We seem to be living in the season of offence. Have you noticed? People getting offended over, well, pretty much everything these days. But not only in the world, with my brothers and sisters in the church. As you know, I've been a pastor for a long time, and many of you have heard my sermons and seen my posts on Facebook. Just yesterday, I thought I was being kind by pinning a post to my Facebook page saying, I don't use Facebook to put family, anything personal on there. And if I don't reply to a message, please don't be offended. But I've had some messages from people who were offended by that. A fruit of the Holy Spirit, my friends, is kindness. There is an infectious disease, a virus going around this world today that appears to be the virus of offence. It is almost like the Pharisees of old have come alive today, or there is something going on. It just appears, no matter what you say or do, there's always someone that wants to correct you. Have you noticed this? If you agree with me, if you're thinking the same, then may we all get back to focusing in on the kindness and the mercy of Jesus. Jesus showed mercy to his disciples. We see how Peter, what a classic fellow he was. Jesus was merciful with him, loved him, and yet he seemed to, how can one man walk around with 2 feet in his mouth? I don't know, but he seemed to, and that's probably why we all love him so much. May we be kind to one another. May you be kind. May we all be kind to our brothers and sisters at church, to your pastor or pastors. I can assure you of this. We all flow red blood. I don't wear my heart on my sleeve that often, but I can tell you what. I'll just tell you something transparent, and you watch, somebody will send me a message and say, how could that happen to you? And that is, this has been a tough week for me. It just seems like the whole week, now it's only Thursday, Friday, tomorrow, it just seems like every day somebody has wanted to take me to task over something. And, I am just, people somehow think the pastor is impervious to pain. I can assure you, your pastor is not impervious to pain. We all have to take these things to God. And I have too. I have. And if somebody is watching this and you're thinking, oh, I'm talking about you, I'm not. Okay? Don't write me and go, oh, you're talking about me. I'm not. I think we are living in the season of offence. Those who think the world is more sinful now than it's been in the past have not lived long enough. None of us have lived long enough, because if you go back 1,000 years, 2,000 years, ever since the time of Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, you see Cain killed his brother. Sin has been around ever since Adam and Eve ate that fruit. And friend, let us not be overwhelmed by the sinfulness of the world. Let us be overwhelmed by the goodness of God. And show kindness to one another. Show kindness in your local church. It just seems to me that no matter what the pastors do or the churches do, it's just not good enough for some people. Oh, friend, I pray that no matter what you receive from what I'm saying now, and this is right random, right off the cuff, I pray that we will all seek kindness. I love what Dennis Prager says. Happiness is an obligation. Now, the first time I heard that, I thought, how could it be an obligation? But he went on to say that if you've ever worked with someone who is constantly whinging, you would have wished that they would at least put on a smile, if not for anyone else, but for you. Or if you grew up in a family of people constantly whinging, constantly unhappy, you would have wished at least they had put on a smile and perhaps been happy, if not for their sake, for your sake. We have to bump shoulders one with another. We cannot escape one another. We don't want to escape one another. But there is an old saying, people go where they're celebrated, not tolerated. Now, the truth is this. It appears, well, I think people are becoming difficult to get along with. And this is the experience of what I'm seeing, hearing, and receiving from people. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a pretty simple fella. I'm here in this world for others. That's my mission statement. To love and to care for others. Not everything that I've said in my lifetime has always been right. I'm sure there's been things I've said that one day when the Lord returns, you'll say you were wrong with here, here, and here. But I'm having a go just to put out a good word. And I pray that we will receive those words. Happiness is an obligation for the people around about us. And when we intentionally smile, intentionally think on good things, we intentionally also change the world around about us. May we be kind with one another. Be kind to your pastors and leaders, to your brothers and sisters. On social media, be kind with one another. I'm saying these things because the calling of God on my life is to love people. And when I see people not loving one another and getting stuck into one another, and I see a social climate where people are constantly getting offended, I have to go, let's call this out. Let's get back to the fruit of the Holy Spirit, Galatians 5, verse 22 and following. Have a read of that. May we all pray, go to the Lord and say, Father, make me more like Jesus. God bless you. I pray you receive this in the spirit in which it is sent. And I pray that God will bless you and your family with joy, with confidence, with the strength and the power of the Holy Spirit, that you might rejoice greatly. God bless.